While some may say you can't mix business with pleasure, that's actually far from the truth for crafters. For a time, sewing and embroidery were seen as a strictly recreational hobby, but today it's actually seen as a creative pastime and a legitimate source of income. In fact, the US craft industry alone is a $44 billion industry, and that's actually a 45% increase from the year 2011. Now, where do embroiderers stand in all of this? Embroiderers actually take a really nice chunk of that revenue, and it is in fact the most profitable form of apparel decoration. So you might ask, where exactly is this increase coming from? Well, for one, home embroiderers are starting to sell their products from home. Why? One, because they already have a demand, whether it be from friends or family. Two, because they already have the startup supplies and the industry knowledge. And three, because they quite frankly just love what they do. But aside from home embroiderers transitioning into the business space, there are actually a lot more embroiderers coming into the industry because of the many perks that exist in the world of embroidery. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about the top 5 in depth, and you guys are going to learn why embroidery is the perfect side business. So number 1 is that embroidery materials are more inexpensive than other businesses. What I mean by that is that you can perfectly run an embroidery business from home. So it gives you that flexibility to choose whether you want to do it full-time or you want to do it part-time without making a huge commitment. Those who do transition into the business full-time, it's mostly because of the low cost of the materials. Embroiderers see that, especially at wholesale prices, they can easily make a 60 to 65% profit margin, which is basically unheard of in many businesses. Number 2 is that there's an extensive market for embroidered goods. And when I say that, I mean it's actually huge. Everyone needs embroidered apparel, and there are so many items and ways that you can personalize them. Now, typically embroidery products fall under one of 2 categories. Number 1 is bulk, and number 2 is custom. So when I refer to bulk orders, I mean anything that requires the same digitized design, whether that be 50 polos for a company or 50 shirts that you create for your clothing line. These are the type of orders that embroiderers prefer, since they don't have to be constantly digitizing a new design. Custom orders, on the other hand, are orders that require a customized design and therefore require digitizing for each item. Now, you'll see embroiderers and crafters posting on Etsy and charging what they deserve because of the high demand for these customized goods. In fact, if you actually go on Etsy right now and you type in a search for a custom denim jacket, you're gonna see a lot of embroiderers that are charging up to $100, and people are actually more than willing to pay a premium for this specialized service. So because of that, we're seeing a lot of platforms rise in the digital space that are helping take the stress off of marketing, and they kind of provide a virtual storefront for customers to go ahead and find you. So aside from the digital platforms, we also have our old-fashioned ways of selling crafts, which is starting to see a resurgence, and these are craft shows. A lot of embroiderers attend craft shows because that is kind of where they market their goods to future buyers, and 2, so they can also explore new interests. So there's really just a lot you can do there as a buyer and a seller. So number 4 is that efficient machinery is more affordable today than ever. So the most common embroidery machines on the market are, of course, your single needles, and that's just because of their inexpensive price tag, which makes them easier to attain. However, if you are looking to make any sort of profit off embroidery, you're gonna want a multi-needle. Now, a lot of crafters who do this on the side will go straight into a 15-needle commercial machine just because it's a lot faster to get projects done and therefore see your profit coming in quickly. Or you can go kind of the middle ground with a 10-needle multi-needle machine. Those who do opt for a 10-needle machine do so because it's more affordable, and it also has the same commercial capabilities that a 15-needle has. With the 10-needle, you will get a quick color change the same way you do with a 15-needle, which essentially means that you don't have to spend any time changing spools and that the machine will change the colors for you, so you can run an entire project without ever stopping the machine once. Next off, we have also commercial capabilities such as accessories that are compatible with the 15 needle that are also compatible with 10 needles. Accessories such as mighty hoops, clamps, really anything that helps you get the job done on a 15 needle, you will also get on a 10 needle. And then we also have the speed as another factor. Now with a single needle, you know that the speed most of the time is a lot slower, but with the 10 needle, you're not going fully into your 15 needle, but you still get the commercial speeds of 1,000 stitches per minute. So with that being said, that's why the 10 needle is a really good starting point for either side businesses or for people who are looking to start full-time. And finally, number 5, which is my personal favorite, is the unmatched industry support that you will receive as an embroiderer. Now, in a lot of industries, you don't necessarily see competitors sharing secrets and tips on how to run your business efficiently, but in the embroidery industry, it is the complete opposite. Everyone is willing to lend a helping hand. And you're gonna see that in a lot of Facebook groups, which is a great resource that you can find support in. In Facebook groups, you can ask questions, you can share any of your knowledge. And that's really just because the network and the community is so strong. They all share a same goal of making things more unique. And people don't really necessarily see you as just a competitor because there's just such a wide market to serve that there's really more than enough for everybody. Also, in the embroidery industry, there's a lot of information that's available to the public that's completely free, such as YouTube videos, blogs, really anything that you search, you'll be able to find because the people who are in the industry are willing to share their knowledge to help others get to the same place they're at. But if you're more of a hands-on person, what's great about this industry is that many embroidery companies actually offer formal hands-on training, and that will really help you learn your machine and really just learn the craft from scratch without any prior experience. So if you are looking to start a side business or a full-time business with embroidery, then there are some critical steps that you need to take beforehand to make sure that you are ready to go. Luckily for you, they are very simple, and I have also compiled them into an easy 7-step guide. So I highly recommend checking it out. I have linked it below. Go ahead and check it out, and thank you for watching.